I have never been more excited about a lens in my life. Granted, I've only been in videography for like the last 4 years, but still stands, I've never been more excited about a lens in my life. So it was recently rumored, I will say it's just a rumor right now, that Sigma is coming out with a Sony 17 to 40 APS-C crop sensor lens with a max aperture of a 1.8, and I am just extremely excited about that. I have a FX30 and a A7 IV, and so this would be the perfect lens for my second lens, a part of the Sony ecosystem that I could pick up. For me, I moved over to the Sony ecosystem last December, and it's been really great with the A7 IV and FX30 for the last 6 months, but it does get hard to navigate when you only have one lens because my only lens is the Sigma 24 to 70, which has been great, extremely versatile, and I don't mind the crop when putting it on the FX30. So it's been a great all around lens, but there's some situations that will require me to be able to use both cameras at the same time. And so having a secondary lens has been on my mind for months now. I was originally thinking about getting the Sigma prime 30 millimeter lens, has a max 1.4 aperture, and it's only like $300. So it's affordable. It's going to give you great images. It's going to be awesome. I was planning on that until I heard about this new rumored lens from Sigma. Apparently, it's supposed to come out in like June or July. And I'm not gonna get the I'm not gonna get the Sigma 30 millimeter prime anymore. Um, just because this lens is what the Sigma 18 to 35 was for me when I was using Canon, and I loved that lens. Um, yeah, I'm really excited for that. Let's talk about the focal range first. The 17 to 40 is such a great focal length. It's very unique in the range. 17 is like really wide, 40 is kind of like medium, mid. But that is what makes it versatile for a lot of different environments. When it comes to shooting B-roll, I actually prefer a wider lens because you can create more movement when you can be up close to a subject without cutting them out of the frame. And when you're working with a wider focal length, it's more forgiving when it comes to shakes. If you're shooting handheld, it's a lot easier to shoot at 17 millimeters and get stable footage than it is to shoot at like 50 millimeters and get stable footage. So 17 is going to be really great for landscape, establishing shots, and just general B-roll. But then I can always push into like uh 35 or 40 if I'm doing like an interview or talking head. And the fact that it's a 1.8 is amazing because even with this Sigma 24 to 70 that has a max 2.8 aperture, I actually can push the FX30 ISO to like 6400 before I start getting a lot of noise. So I can push it, pretty far past the 2500 second base ISO. So knowing that, okay, I can do 6400 ISO on the FX30 and a 1.8 aperture with this new Sigma lens is gonna go crazy. And yeah, I'm really excited for that lens. It's supposedly still supposed to be like a little bit lighter and a little bit shorter than the original 18 to 35. And the 18 to 35 is like over 10 years old, but it's such an amazing lens that it's still used today, it's still being sold today. So I'm extremely excited. I keep, checking updates to see what it's gonna look like, and I'm looking forward to picking that up. I probably won't pick it up when it's first released. But I'll probably pick it up towards the end of the year, to give discounts. Sometimes I have like a lot busier months in like October-ish, so that might be a good time for me to pick it up. But yeah, I'm really excited. And the A7 IV has a Super 35 mode, so you can use crop sensors on that camera. And so being able to wield my 24 to 70 2.8 and the 17 to 40 1.8 is just such a great lens combination for someone like me. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The Sigma makes some of the best lenses out, and they're always like affordable. I'm excited. Let me know if you guys hear more about this lens or what lens you're excited for. Um, because a new lens can completely reshape the world you're working in when it comes to photography or videography.